The pathetic men trying to rule the world these days hate joy. So if I could give you a Valentine, it would be to take your joy very, very seriously. Okay. Hey everyone. Cheers. It's the week of Valentine's. Normally, this would mean nothing to me. I am not someone who has ever given a shit about Valentine's Day, really. But for whatever reason, I'm into it this year. I'm like, give me pink, give me a red, nails and lipstick, hi. I'm craving color. I think part of it has to do with the bleakness of this winter in particular, but I'm into it. Like, here's what I declare. I declare this for myself at least. Valentine's is for the girls. Valentine's is for girliness, it's for hearts, it's for candy, it's for chocolate, it's for I'm gonna bake a cake this week. It's fun. Okay, so I've, in relationships in the past, never celebrated Valentine's Day. Did not give a shit. I think the max that I did was like make like spaghetti or like lasagna or something, and then like we'd watch a movie. Like, this is like past relationships. That's the thing. Stay in and avoid any kind of Valentine's bullshit. But this year, I'm into it. I feel like, despite the fact that this is a completely manufactured holiday, I feel like the manufacturedness, the corniness is something that you can embrace, and it's something that I feel like embracing, I guess. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the sudden pop of color into my life right now, I'll say that. And it's fun, right? I feel like we have this culture that is, like, you see it in movies and shows and stuff like that, where like the guy needs to do something for Valentine's and then the girlfriend is like disappointed, and there's this like trope of like the disappointed girlfriend and oh, you gotta step it up for Valentine's Day, man. And I feel like very few people seem to actually experience this silly holiday that way. Like, I feel like the women being needy is a trope, or being disappointed in the guy is such a tired, stupid trope. And it doesn't feel like it's romantic at all to me. I mean, if you're inspired to be romantic on Valentine's, that's cool, but I've never liked it personally. As a very romantic person, I don't want to be prescribed when to be romantic. So it almost feels like this story of like women being pissed off about not getting what they want. By the way, if you do feel pissed off on Valentine's Day regularly, you have to tell people what you want, or just get it for yourself. Like, when I was in a relationship, I always didn't necessarily want a dude to give this for me, just saying this, but I always wanted like a heart-shaped box with the chocolates, just because like I'm a chocolate addict and it just looked cool, and also like really decadent, you know, in movies when like women are like sitting on their beds like just eating bonbons, just like eating the chocolates out of the papers in the heart-shaped boxes. I was like, I want that. And I was working for a man who's about 80 years old. I helped him. I am a graduate of the gig economy. And I worked for this man, and he was losing his vision, and so I helped him with reading emails, I helped him with paying bills, I helped him with all kinds of like office stuff. So, but he wanted to go buy some chocolates for his family out of the store, and he ended up buying me a heart-shaped box of chocolates, and I was so into it that I was like, wait, why have I not been getting this for myself? Why have I not been doing this? There's this weird like permission thing where like you need someone else to celebrate you, and that's just not the case. Like, Valentine's is for the girls. I'm standing by this. Valentine's is for the girls. Pink, red, all the floofiness, all the silliness, all the Valentine's cards, like the whole thing. Flowers, hello. This trope of like women being like, no one's treating me well, like that that feels like the patriarchy telling stories about women being bitches and therefore stomping on our joy even harder. So, fuck the patriarchy. I want Valentine's Day for me. I want the joy, I want the fun, I want the girliness. Like, that's what I want to celebrate in this video. The joy of girlhood, the joy of making it fun, because this is something I notice in myself, is that I'm really good at making things fun. And anytime that I kind of slip into being like, oh, other people need to be able to celebrate at my level. Other people, like, I want to feel celebrated by other people. You're like, yes, that's a thing. But like, also like, I'm so good at it. Like, no matter what, I find a way to have a good time. So I'm reclaiming this Valentine's week, apparently, and we're gonna have some fun. So I'm gonna take you along with me. Be my Valentine. Okay, yes, thanks. So I'm thinking a lot these days about fun as a source of power, as a source for fuel. The big elephant in the room in talking about girlhood right now, in talking about our world right now, is the release of the Epstein files lately. More and more files, more and more discussion about crimes being done against women and nothing being done, no one being held accountable, which isn't surprising for women, right? We're used to being discounted. This is the culture that we grew up in. And in talking about girlhood, I feel like I also have to talk about the rupture of girlhood, when it stops being about us and it starts being about men. Because as we grow up into a completely male-centered society. And women and girls are so used to being discounted and having our interests laughed at and mocked and belittled, that we end up doing it to ourselves, right, internally. And so for me, returning to girlhood means returning to the things that my teenage self loved, that my 12-year-old self loved. Things like oracle cards, like nail polish, like baking and stickers and planners, and all of the playful, joyful parts of life that we push away because we think that we need to be serious. When in fact, it is our very joy that will propel us out of this time in our cultural history that we're going through. We just saw it recently with Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl, and that experience of joy in the face of hatred. Because when you're happy, you're powerful. When you're healthy, physically healthy, mentally healthy, when you're pampered, you are powerful. When you are proud of yourself, proud of who you are powerful. When you have a good life, when it's full of the things that you love and you are choosing them, then you are more generous and therefore you are more powerful. The pathetic men trying to rule the world these days hate joy. They hate joy in anyone that doesn't look like them or live like them. So you reclaiming your girlhood, your joy, that's radical. And it's contagious. So if I could give you a Valentine, it would be to take your joy very, very seriously. Okay, so the video you're watching right now is rendering, and I just wanted to step outside and kind of clear my head and take a little walk, and just had one more, it's my mitten, one more thing to say about joy, because it struck me recently. I am someone who has clearly been starting over. I'm living with family. I'm back in Wisconsin, where I never thought I'd come back to Wisconsin, and I've been here for years now. And if you relate to starting over, or if you relate to loneliness, because I know that we are in a very lonely world these days, it has helped me so much recently to think of joy as a building. Like I've often thought of it as like, oh, this is a new foundation for my life, doing the things that I love, baking, reading, all of the little hobbies that you're seeing in these YouTube videos. And it is a foundation, but it's also a building, meaning for me, as my life continues to change and I figure out where I want to go next in my life, I have this security building that I have created. It's a home that I carry with me all the time. The prioritization of my joy, the hobbies, the interests, the art that I'm making, all of this joy builds up and I carry it with me like a safety structure. And even better than that, it's a building that I can invite other people into. It's a home that I can invite other people into. I know at least several very miserable people and lonely, and I see a pattern of like, I want friends, or I want these experiences, or I want to have more fun in my life, and like the desire sort of stops there with like, I want fun, I want friends, I want joy. And it's like, what kind of party are you throwing that other people want to be a part of? Like, what kind of building do you have? What kind of home do you have that other people can gather to? It's one thing to say like you want things, it's another thing to create a space where all the good things can come into. So I'm leaving you with that because it's actually really cold. But yeah, that's how I'm starting to feel these days about joy. It's a building, and you can come inside mine and we can hang out. Oh, and happy Valentine's. Thank you for being my Valentine. I'll see you later. Okay, bye.